Fighters of the Prymaru Special Forces unit of the Main Intelligence Directorate under the Ukrainian Defence Ministry have intercepted and struck the S-400 Triumph air defense system of the occupying Russian army worth $600 million as well as radar stations in Crimea Peninsula. Fighters of the unit used kamikaze drones to destroy the S-400 complex's firing device, 2 multifunctional 92N2E radar stations, and 2 91N6E detection radars. It should be noted that the S-400 complex, whose firing device and radar stations are rendered unusable, lost the ability to continue the operation.
The Russians continue to keep the Black Sea Fleet in ports far from Ukraine. Despite this, the Ukrainians managed to defeat these ships and, in the future, creative and effective special operations such as the operation to destroy enemy aircraft, Spiderweb, are possible. This was stated in a commentary to Obozrevatel media outlet by naval expert, research fellow at the National Military History Museum of Ukraine, retired Captain First Rank Volodymyr Zablotsky. He explained that the limited presence of Russian ships in the Black Sea is due to the lack of need. Their fleet no longer has the task of landing troops on the Ukrainian coast. For now, they are only terrorizing Ukrainian cities with caliber missiles and doing so near their base in Novorossiysk. They keep ships in Novorossiysk and in occupied Abkhazia. When they need to, they can launch missiles directly from their bases. But they don't do this for security reasons because a missile can fall where it takes off, and Novorossiysk has oil. It's a commercial port, so they need to go out to sea, at least not far, and shoot from there, he said. Zablotsky also noted that during one of the recent attacks, caliber missiles were launched from submarines. The expert added that Ukraine does not yet have the means to track submarines and does not have enough aircraft to fight over the Black Sea. In this situation, according to him, Ukraine can only solve defensive tasks, not allowing the enemy to reach the shore and control its surface carriers. At the same time, the sea drones developed in Ukraine need time to reach their target. During this time, the enemy can find and neutralize them. The situation looks stalemate for now, but the military suggests waiting until the end of summer, when a new structure of the armed forces will appear, also focused on the offensive, because victories are not achieved in defense. We do not have the same resources as the enemy to endlessly fight in defense. This will be a resource war, and for us, it will be a losing one, he said, in response to a question about the effective destruction of Russian ships hidden in Novorossiysk and Russian-occupied Abkhazia and the possibility of repeating a special operation similar to Spiderweb. He said, Ukraine continues to do everything to destroy this fleet, wherever it is. Ukrainian drones have already attacked the enemy in the Caspian, in Kaliningrad, through intelligence. A man got there and set fire to a Russian missile ship, a carrier of caliber. There were drone attacks on the port of Ust-Luga, a strategic point for the export of Russian oil products. This list can be continued, and this is far from the end. The war continues, and we have enough imagination to do it in an unconventional way. According to him, Ukraine was often ahead of the Russians in technological developments and creativity. In particular, it was the first to use FPV drones and surface drones, although the enemy later caught up with this development and scaled it up, thanks to the militarization of its economy. Russian resources confirm information about an explosion in the area of temporarily occupied Mariupol. This is reported by Mariupol mayor's advisor and head of the Center for the Study of Occupation, Petro Andriushchenko. Andriushchenko noted that the strike was carried out in the evening, and in the morning the Russians confirmed the fact of damage to air defense systems. Fact-checking. Russians confirmed the strike on the Mariupol area yesterday evening through their channels, and the damaged Buk anti-aircraft missile system, which was dragged to the Ilyich Iron and Steel Works in the morning, clearly for repair, confirms our previous information about the defeat of the air defense system on the ground, he wrote. The head of the Center for the Study of Occupation provided a photo of the damaged Buk anti-aircraft missile system, which was dragged to the Ilyich Iron and Steel Works in the morning, taken from Russian sources, in his message on the Telegram channel. In his previous publication, Andriushchenko clarified the possible strike location. We report one hit exactly in this rectangle Mariupol, Shairoka Balka, Mangush, with the center at the airport, Andriushchenko noted. According to him, there is a high probability that the target of the attack was the Russian air defense system. With a high degree of probability, they hit the Russian air defense. Here, it could be anything from Tor and Buk to S-400. Everything is hidden here, he said. Andriushchenko also added that the situation continues to be clarified, but even now it is possible to talk about a successful hit on enemy targets. Recall, according to information of Rostek, a Russian state-owned industrial conglomerate, the Russian armed forces have taken delivery of a new batch of surface-to-air missiles intended for their Pantsir S air defense vehicles. This delivery is part of an ongoing effort to replenish ammunition stocks and enhance the operational readiness of the Pantsir S units currently deployed in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The Pantsir S-1 missiles delivered are optimized to counter a range of aerial threats, including unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, cruise missiles, and low-flying aircraft, reaffirming Russia's strategic focus on reinforcing short to medium-range air defense capabilities in response to evolving combat challenges.